If you guys can think back to the Ava Chris Tyson allegations, which Nikandros kind of touches on in this video, when we were dealing with, having to put our brains together and look at, the density of messages and these kids saying what their ages were during the Ava Chris stuff, we were looking at that and going, well, it was close enough to these kids.
I was on 4chan and Newgrounds. My brain was broken.
Saying, what their ages are and them engaging with this material that Ava Chris Tyson more likely than not must have known. If you compare, like the density of messages and these people interacting with like Ava Chris Tyson or Jimmy at the time, it is much worse. It is like magnitudes worse with this Nux Taku server. It's a much smaller group because you did have to pay, albeit like $1 or $2. It's a much smaller group, and pretty much everyone in that Discord seems to recognize and address Red as a child, making jokes about it,
really
commenting
weird.
about it, and shortly after, they're talking about Red or talking about their age or anything like this, Nux Taku is showing up. Nikandros in his video further shows that they were in Discord calls together. It gets to a point where it is—
Man, you know what I would have done immediately? Talked about it on my YouTube channel, like, hey, why the fuck is this guy got NSFW in his Discord? Which I guess is kind of what happened. But I would have been doing it immediately, man. Like, why is there a child in here? Red flags.
Very, very difficult to give Nux benefit of the doubt that he just didn't know what was going on. But even if you were to, further than that, which I would say is the best case scenario, this is one of the most egregious lapses in moderation and using your basic thinking skills that ends up resulting in a child having—
because like I don't pay attention to my Discord, and I could see how he wouldn't be paying attention, and he only replies to every once in a while, or replies whenever he sees something pop up in a notification. Because I get like 1 million replies from the same 5 people in the Discord that I'm in, and I do not pay attention to them. I swipe away. Every once in a while, I'll see something and I'll reply to it, or I'll post something in there.
Like truly a traumatic experience by being a part of this Discord in the same way that Nux was just talking about in that—
Yeah, I would have not allowed a not safe for work. That not good.
Earlier clip. And I'm not just saying that.
It always leads to bad.
I'm going to show you later on what Nick ends up pointing out after talking with Red.
No.
Before I do, I just want to show you a few more examples that Nikandros had brought up, showing these people interacting with this person, knowing their age, but also the type of content that these people were showing this child.
But did Nux Taku know that Red was underage? There is no message of Nux acknowledging Red's age. However, it is extremely unlikely that he didn't know. In this conversation from earlier, where Red says they're lying about their age, Nux Taku shows up soon afterwards. In this conversation, there's some kind of an ERP going on in the general chat, which is interrupted by Red. Red is told not to get involved because they're underage. After Red says the conversation is making them gag, another user jokes, "Oh no, we better stop if we are gagging a minor." Red pinged Nux Taku soon afterwards, but Nux didn't show up. This is Mintheus Mouselord, or Mitochondria, or Mito. According to Nux Taku, they were the best poster on the NSFW channel. In this conversation about BDSM, we can see Red asking Mito to send their presentation on sex toys to other users. Note, I just made the presentation because Red was clueless. After Bex mentions having a high tolerance to weirdness, Nux shows up to say, "Proud fanbase." Gremmen asks Mito to send the presentation to Nux. I think that Red already sent it to him. No, I told ya. Never sent it, but I can now. What are we sending me? A sex toy presentation. Why? Lol. We needed to explain sex toys to Red. Nah, it's fine if it's not sent to Nux. Already did, Mito. I'm not doing honest descriptions on all Mito's sex toys. Few minutes later at 2:16, Nux says,
I think I'm just gonna delete Discord.
"Very cool, Mito. Very cool." Nux Taku has now received a direct message from a minor on his server.
It scares the shit out of me to think that a bunch of people in my Discord could be talking about some stuff like that. I would shut it down immediately. I would not be able to handle that.
Containing a link to a sex toy presentation that was made for them. What adult is clueless about sex toys? To believe that Nux Taku didn't know Red's age, you'd have to believe he missed all of the instances when their age was mentioned. You'd have to believe no one told him Red was a minor in chats, VCs, or DMs, and
Also, is Red actually a minor?